It's the weekend and you have financial questions that need answering. That can only mean one thing. It's time for Jill on Money, the show that takes the mystery out of your finances. Here's your host, Jill Schlesinger.
Welcome. It's the Jill on Money Show, our final show of 2025. And we are here still answering your financial questions, responding to whatever is going on in your financial life. Sometimes we act as sort of your buddy. Sometimes we're coaching you. Maybe we're mentoring you. Maybe we're giving you a nice push, a lift up, and maybe we're just nudging you in a certain direction. Whatever it is that's going on in your financial life or your real life that, obviously so much in our real life actually touches upon our money, we are here to help you out. Both Mark and I are certified financial planners. We don't do that for a living. We just use it on this program and our two podcasts to kind of help guide you along your financial journey. So if something's going on, get in touch with us. Go to our website, jillonmoney.com, click the Contact Us button, write us a note. If you think you'd like to join us live, check the box. Mark will do everything else. While you're on the website, don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter. It comes out every Friday, a perfect way to tune up for this broadcast. To start the show, we've got an email from Anne who writes, "Hi, Jill and Mark. Love the show." Anne, we love you. I have a question about pensions. Here's the background. I'm 61 and retired. My husband is 54 and still working. We've got twins in high school. My husband will plan on working until they're through college, at least 7 more years. We're pulling money out of our savings to supplement our income, but we're trying to keep to that 2 to 3% per year for the next several years. And by the way, this is so wild because Mark and I were just laughing because we seem to be getting like a flurry of messages from people who are in their late 50s and 60s, who have kids in high school. And it's like a lot of complications, man. It's crazy. Okay. So Anne has 2 pensions from 2 different companies. Boy, that's an embarrassment of riches. The first pension, remember, she's 61. The first pension is available when she turns 65. She can take a lump sum of $220,000 or a monthly benefit of $1,226 with a 75% survivor benefit for the husband. The second pension is available right now, $125 of lump sum or payments of $650 a month. That's as a 100% survivor benefit. Okay. Now, thankfully, Anne gives us a lot of detail because part of the pension conversation and decision has a lot to do with what other money you have saved. Did you hear Mark give that whistle?
I didn't even see the non-retirement stuff.
Okay. So here's what we got. We have retirement accounts, $4.4 million. Those are traditional. There's about $500,000 in Roths, a little bit of money in HSAs, and then $2.8 million in non-retirement, $400,000 in 529s. Okay, here's the thing. My husband and I, we're in good health. Based on our parents, however, we are not likely to live into our 90s or anything crazy like that. He'll also get a pension when he retires, but I don't have amounts on that, and it's a ways away. Okay, here are the questions. She says she's inclined to take lump sums, investing the money, and she says, I think we'll do better that way. And on the off chance that both of us die earlier than expected, when if you get a pension benefit, the kids get nothing. So do we agree? I agree you should definitely. I'm leaning towards taking the lump sum also because who needs the stream of payments? It seems to me like they're in great shape. Should we be doing Roth conversions? Let's see how the kids end up and where they go. Maybe. It might be worthwhile doing. I don't know. It really does depend on how much money you're spending. I would totally do it, but I don't know how much you spend. You've got all this money that is out there. You have money to pay. You could use those lump sum amounts and, you can put those into your retirement accounts, but you've got a big number here where you're going to be forced to take money out and you could do conversions. I don't know how much you spend. I really don't. Okay. Here's the other thing. Last thing, I want to find a fee-only advisor. I don't even know where to start to find one. How do you go about doing this? Okay, so the way you can do that is you can go to the National Association of Personal Financial Advisors, NAPFA, and you can do that. But just because you told me where you live, I'm going to recommend a few people that you check out because I think that I might have some help for you. Okay, so that's it for Anne. I think but if you spend a ton of money, we would have maybe a different conversation. So we'll figure it out. All right, Mary says, I've been listening to your podcast for several years. You've helped me develop a clear financial path to retirement after procrastinating for too long. Now I find myself at another fork in the road. I'm hoping you can help me choose the right path. My husband is 83. I am 68. We are still working full time. I am a caretaker to my 93-year-old mother. And unfortunately, my husband was recently diagnosed with a terminal disease. Oh, brother. All right. She had planned to retire at 70, but now maybe she's going to step down to provide full-time care for her husband. My only sibling is disabled after a stroke a few years ago. Her sibling is unable to help with her mother. Mom has a $1 million trust and a federal pension that nets her $3,000 a month. She's in a senior living facility that's close to me. She's doing well. Her expenses are about $7,000 a month. She wants to keep all of her assets in a credit union checking account, a money market also, and some CDs, averaging 3.7%. Mary says, I'd like to keep this money as safe as possible, but we are spending down her investments, about a clip of $4,000 a month. How can I preserve and grow as much of Mom's assets while keeping them at the credit union? I'm now planning for being single in my retirement. This is so sad, Mark. Oh, my God. I'm looking at selling our home, purchasing a smaller home in a 55-plus community for about $450,000 when my husband passes away, where I could also care for my mom in the new home. Our current home has no mortgage. We've got no debt. All of our investments are with Vanguard and being managed through their personal advisor service. It's a 70-30 allocation. We spend about $6,000 a month. Is my plan possible? I think with Mom, you can ask the credit union if they have any investments available there. I don't know if you're going to be able to. I wouldn't mind having some small amount, maybe going out farther on the CDs, like out to 6 or 7 years, just to see what's available. She is 93. We want to make sure we, batten down the hatches and make sure she doesn't have any risk. But, I would certainly go and look into what products they might have to help her out. But again, liquidity, access to the money is really important, and you're going to have to spend this down. And Mary sent us a bunch of numbers for herself. And it's kind of great because she has about $500,000 socked away in retirement accounts and Vanguard accounts. She's got a house that's worth a lot of money. So if she downsizes, she should be able to grab basically like an extra $1 million. And so, between her Social Security and small pension and this money she socked away, the $6,000 a month spend, I think that the plan is possible for sure. I really do. I think that we'll have to see like how you do with this house and where you really can downsize. Let's see where you land. But I think this is a good game plan, and sometimes life will dictate something that is much more important than maximizing your finances. That's what I really think. If you need a little guidance along your financial journey, get in touch with us. Go to JillOnMoney.com. We'll be right back.
Back to Jill on Money, where Jill Schlesinger helps you take the mystery out of your finances.
Welcome back. It's the Jill on Money Show, where we are answering your financial questions. Next up, we are going to talk to Jackie, who joins us from New York City. Hi, Jackie. What's going on? What can we do for you?
Hi, Jill. Thanks so much for taking my call.
Of course.
So I'm in a position where I think it's time to get a financial advisor, and I'm just feeling a little daunted by it. I've checked the CFP board website that I know you recommend, and I'm just having a hard time finding out who would be a good match for me, how I can trust someone, what kind of questions I should ask, kind of thing.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. What brings you to this place where you are seeking financial advice, or in general?
Sure. So I've saved quite a bit, and I think I have a lot of money saved in savings accounts that are only not getting a lot of interest. I kind of just realized I have too much in savings. So I don't really know what my next step should be.
Are you working full time right now?
Yes.
How much do you earn?
135.
And are you married, partnered, single?
I'm single.
Okay. Kids? No kids.
No kids.
Makes planning a lot easier, I got to tell you.
Yes.
And how old are you, Jackie?
46.
Based on your 135, which is not a huge amount of money for New York City, I want to get a sort of a heat check on how you're feeling about your cash flow and your money. Like, how you doing?
I'm comfortable. I don't think I have a lot of expenses, so I think I'm fine with that. If that's
How do
what
you not have a
mean.
lot of expenses? Don't you? Do you own a property? Do you rent a property? You live in New York City. It's supposed to be the hardest place in the world to live. No, I don't think that. But that's what it's sort of the rap on New York is.
My rent is very low because I've been in the same place for over 10 years. I own my car. The only thing I really spend is for travel.
Okay. All right. This is great. And you're in a job that is comfortable as you can be. Is there a pension attached to that job?
No, there's not a pension. We have something that's called like an LTIP. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah,
but,
a long-term incentive plan, an LTIP.
And I get a generous bonus. And I've been there 13 years. I'm comfortable there. I don't think it's going anywhere.
Okay, good. So let's talk a little bit about all the money that you have saved. You said you've got a bunch of money in savings accounts. How much would you guess is in the savings, high yield savings, CD safe stuff?
I'm embarrassed to say it.
Don't be embarrassed. It's just us.
$575.
$575,000, just in case. I mean, you never know. Right? All right. Well, but at least we know you can save. So this is huge. In addition to your job, with the salary, with the long-term incentive plan, with the bonus, you have a retirement account there also?
Yes, I have $500,000 of 401k.
Wow.
And then another 190 in a brokerage account. Those are both with Vanguard.
Okay. And how are you managing the money at Vanguard? Like you've got it. How are you picking index funds or ETFs? Like, how are you doing with that?
I pay for this, like it's almost like the automated personal services. So it's like 0.3%. I mean,
that's the personal service advisor. Okay.
Right, exactly.
Do you get a person with that, or is it just
no?
You don't. So it's just digital.
Yeah, I can call and ask questions, but there's not someone direct that I can say, do this, do that.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Right. Okay. Got it. So you got the 401k, you got the brokerage. Anything else that we should know about in terms of investments?
I have about 20,000 in HSA, and of that, about 10,000 is invested. Mm-hmm. But that's it. And then I just have another like 35,000 in a checking account, but nothing else invested anywhere.
Okay. Why is the money piled up in that savings account? Tell us, did something happen, or are you just an incredibly diligent saver over time, and did you get freaked out? I'm just trying to gauge how you got to this place.
I mean, to be honest, I think that I literally looked at my bank accounts one day and I'm like, I have way too much money in a savings account. And I feel almost like I don't know what to do. So it's been on my list of things to find a financial advisor, and I just haven't done it. So
okay. I got that. That's fine.
This was only a couple years of savings, to be honest.
It's amazing. So, you're making $135,000. Are you maxing out your 401k right now? Are you putting in that, 23.5?
Yes, I'm putting the max, and the company matches.
Okay. And so the money that's been sort of piling up, you must have very low expenses, truly. Do you know how much you spend a month?
I just did that recently. I think it's I really padded it, but I think it was 5,000. Could that be?
Wow. Yeah, sure. You live in New York. You have rent, you have stuff, you like to travel. Sure. Not even that. That's no problem. Okay. You said you have no kids. What about parents that you might have to take care of, or a sibling, anyone that might need your assistance?
That's a good question. It brings up another topic that I do have a parent I'm slightly concerned about. They're not sure if they saved enough money, but that's another conversation I'm having with them, with my mother. But I don't anticipate I'm going to have to help her financially, but
You just want to open the door and have some conversations just to understand. Yeah, that's so smart. I mean, you're at the age. I don't know how old your mom is, but it's good to at least get the information out there, because you are at a point in your life that, let's just say your mother's like, I've been so mortified to tell you this, but I have $20,000 in credit card debt. And you're like, okay, let's rip up the credit card debt and I will pay off that 20 grand because I have money in, you know what I mean? Like, just knowing that is good. All right. So now, when you think about an advisor relationship, what do you hope to get out of this relationship?
I mean, number one is I just want somebody I can trust. I don't know, I'm a little blind about this and naive. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I just want somebody that can be like, here's all my money. Please give me the best guidance. Please don't sell me anything I don't need.
Right. And it's very hard. I used to, that I talk about this on the show, which is you should hire a fiduciary. You should ask the right questions. Right. But sometimes really it's hard to know anyway, going sort of flying blind. So I think there's a few different things to consider. One is, how do you find these people? Usually it comes from a referral. So it can come from, if you work with a CPA, or you have a tax preparer, or you have a friend or something like that. That is one way to kind of get some guidance. Another is maybe there's someone at work who, uses somebody. That's also a possibility. And then it's really about, what is it that we're seeking here? You want to have someone who you trust, but it's somebody who can help you kind of plan for your retirement. Are you the kind of person who pines to retire early? Is that something that could be interesting to you?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. She's like, I'm not working. I'm done. I didn't have kids for a reason. I'm taking care of Jackie.
100%, yes.
So, I mean, it's somebody who can really do financial planning for you and also hold your hand on the investment side. I think that it's a challenge when you're in the situation where you are, Jackie, because you have all this cash that piled up, which means you're an amazing saver. This is great. This is all good news. But it's going to be scary to put that money to work, because I promise that whatever you choose to do, whenever you get that money working for you, the next day or next month, things are going to just fall apart in the market and you're going to feel like an idiot for doing it. What I think would be helpful would be to find somebody who does financial planning, who's not going to sell you product. But, there is a real trick here. And that is, a lot of the financial planners that you'll talk to, they won't take somebody who has your level of assets. They'll say like, oh, you have to have $2 million, or you have to have, you have $1 million, but we don't count the 401k because we can't directly manage that. So we have to find the right person for you. And that's not so easy in this day and age. I think it's like actually one of the big downfalls of the profession, which is it hasn't really figured out, how do we serve people who don't have piles, like you have a pile of money, but like you don't have millions, you have a good chunk of money that's amazing and someone who would like to grow with you. Now, you know what the good news is, Jackie?
What's that?
I have people for you. I have a couple of names that I would absolutely be happy to provide for you. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to follow up with you. I'm going to send you a couple names, and then they'll make you do a will and do all the estate planning. So I don't have to be the nudge. They can nudge you.
Okay, perfect.
If you've got a financial question, just go to JillOnMoney.com and click the Contact Us button. It's Jill on Money.
Do I invest here? Should I put my money there? Jill Schlesinger can help you. Back to Jill on Money.
Welcome back. It's the Jill on Money Show, where we are trying to help you wade through your year-end financial concerns and maybe even look ahead to the future. Next up, let's talk to Stacy from Washington State, and she joins us today. So hello, Stacy. How are you?
Jill, I'm great. How are you?
Great. What's up? What can we do for you?
Well, I'm kind of coming on for sort of the same reason a lot of folks do, just sort of for a little retirement check-in. Can I retire on my plan? Do I need to work a little longer? But more so to kind of look at my buckets. I have money in all these different pools and sort of when to use these once I get into retirement, when to put money in them in the next few years before I retire.
Okay. This all makes sense to me. Okay. So let's go into like just who you are and what is going on. So right now, how old are you?
I am 53.
Okay. Married, single, partnered?
I am partnered.
Okay. And do you combine financial stuff with your partner?
We share expenses, but we don't combine finances.
Okay. So we're on our own.
Yes.
Got it. Do you have children?
No.
Wow. Hear that, Mark? The whole no with a little H in there. Like, no,
I get it.
thank
I
you.
get it.
All right. You remember when you were like that, Mark? Did you think you were going to have kids or not?
Yeah, one.
One only. I kept thinking for two, but that was me. Okay. Stacy, let's find out a little bit more. You're working full time. How much do you earn?
About 150.
And are you and your partner living together?
Yes.
Okay. Does one of you own and not jointly? Like who's the dwelling situation? Is it someone own a home?
Yeah, I own the home.
Okay. What's the house worth?
About 800.
Mortgage or no mortgage?
No mortgage.
See, that was the same thing as a kid. No mortgage. Okay. On your $150,000 income, are you putting money into a retirement account?
Yes.
How much?
So this year I've put about 60,000 away.
Wow. Tell me more. That's a lot.
I'm hoping to retire in 4 years, so I'm hoarding.
Okay, I like hoarding. So here's our goal. Mark, write this down. We got retirement at age 57. How much money is in the retirement account? How much have we saved so far? Let's just do this methodically. So let's do retirement accounts first.
So I have a traditional IRA with 1.2.
Okay.
And then I have a Roth IRA with about 85.
Okay.
I have a small Roth 403B with my current employer with 25,000. An HSA with 55.
Great. Love that.
And then I have a brokerage account with 260.
Will you, since you mentioned 403B, will you be entitled to a pension?
Yes.
Yes, baby. How much will the pension be?
So it should be about $1,300 a month.
Pension of $1,300 a month. Will that start at age 57?
I can defer it until 65, which is my plan.
Okay. And so that would be $1,300 a month at 65.
Correct.
Okay. Got it. What else do we need to know about you and, kind of the game plan? 4 years, never work again. 4 years part-time. Like what happens in 4 years?
Yeah. So my hopes is next year to stay full-time, to go part-time for the remaining 3 years, and then hopefully not work anymore. But I have the ability to do part-time or per diem work at my job, so I could.
Oh, that's good. I forgot to ask you, savings, just like boring money that's floating around in addition to that brokerage account?
Yeah, so I just opened a high-yield savings thinking I could put money in there over the next couple of years. Mm-hmm. So that's only got about $5,000-$6,000 in it, and then maybe about $10,000 between checking and saving.
Okay. And that's it. No rental property, no vacation home, no anything else crazy out there?
No, pretty low maintenance, simple life.
Parents that you need to worry about?
No, both still living, but healthy and financially stable.
How financially stable? Can I count on an inheritance?
Not from dad, possibly from mom, but not counting on it.
Got it. Okay. So you share your expenses with a partner. What's your share of expenses? What do we need to do at age 57? What is it that we're trying to produce from your various assets?
So I'm very much overestimating because we do not live a very expensive life. And so overestimating, I think, about $4,000 a month, which I know doesn't sound like a lot.
Mark, what is with these people? They're $4,000 a month. I'm like that's jealous.
That's overestimating.
It's over.
Are you guys going to stay in the house?
I think so. Yeah.
Do you happen to have your Social Security benefit in front of you? Do you know what that would be?
I do, yeah. So 67, it would be about 3,400, and 70, which is what I'm going for, about 4,200.
Okay. And you're healthy and you've got longevity because your parents are alive. So
Yeah.
that's good. Okay. And when you are talking to your partner about this, are we looking at both of you kind of chilling out at the same time? Are you, could something change in this?
Yeah, we both want to retire about the same time. He's already cut hours a little bit. And so, yeah, we want to travel and just enjoy life while we can.
Okay. All right. The 60 grand a month, 60 grand a year. Wait, I mean, that's pretty amazing. So the $60,000 a year right now is only going into retirement accounts. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. So the last couple of years, I've just been lobbing it all into the brokerage. So I have a little bit of money to live off of until I can chip into the retirement accounts.
Okay, great. So the game plan would be, this is what I just make sure everybody gets this. Stacy keeps pounding it out one more year, 3 more years of part-time. When you go part-time, what will that amount be?
So it'll be about 100,000 a year.
Okay. And then at age 57, you say, see ya, sayonara, goodbye. And then at that point, living off the brokerage account for a couple of years. Is that your game plan?
Yep.
Okay. So we make sure you have the money out of there, which you will because you're saving so much money. Now you're 59 and a half, and that is when you're going to start tapping into your traditional retirement account, right?
Right.
From there, you will pull, I don't know, $6,000 a month. Is that probably right? Yeah, I guess so. I think that's about right because you don't have state income tax in Washington State. Is that right?
Correct.
So we just have to worry about paying your federal tax. It's not so bad, right? So if you did that, I think you should be okay. We'll get back to Stacy in a minute. It's Jill on Money.
Welcome back to Jill on Money, where Jill Schlesinger takes the mystery out of your finances.
You're back. It's the Jill on Money Show, and we're answering your financial questions. If you've got one, just go to JillOnMoney.com and click the Contact Us button. While you're there, check out our subscription service. It's called Jill on Money Live. That's where you have access to quarterly live webinars, the back catalog of those webinars, bonus audio and video content, all for $45 for the next 12 months. Right now, let's get back to Stacy from Washington State. So you start pulling that money out, let's say for 10, 12 years or 10 or 13 years, the pension will kick in. So I'm not even looking at that making a meaningful difference. Mm-hmm. That pension will kick in, but you'll suck that money out. That traditional account is going to go from being over $1 million something and you're okay. You're going to spend it down because that's what our goal is, that you're going to start pulling money out of that. You're going to let your Roth continue to go up in value. And then by the time you are 67 or 70, we got Social Security and your pension covers your need. Is that your game plan?
Yeah, that's pretty close. My only other thought was between those first 2 years of retirement, before I get into my retirement accounts, would it be worthwhile to just do some small Roth conversions when I have
No, I need your money. I need your money.
Okay.
We need that money for sure.
Okay.
Here's what I was thinking. What are you going to do for health care? Do you get health care at what's going to happen?
So I'm a state employee, so I can stay on their health care, but it still costs about $1,000 a month for medical, dental, vision, but I can stay on it.
When you say $4,000 a month, you're not including that $1,000, or are you?
I am including that.
Oh my
Well,
God.
not currently. So my $4,000 a month now doesn't include health insurance because I'm still employed and it's really cheap.
Yep.
When I retire, I'll be paying $1,000 a month. So I figure my retirement expenses will jump quite a bit with health insurance. Plus, I want to travel a lot. So I figured
but if I told you, I'm a little bit anxious about like $5,000 a month starting at age 57, do you think you could do the 100 grand for another year or two after 57 to get you to 59 and a half? Did you hear that pause, Mark? Did you hear that? Let me just tell you what she was thinking. No.
I mean, if I need to, but do you think I need to?
Here's why I think there's a possibility that you could need to.
Okay.
All right. I don't know what the market's going to do, but is it possible between now and the next 4 years that we have a big market sell-off and that all of a sudden you're, $1.3 million in retirement assets, traditional and Roth, gets lopped into 900 grand? Yeah, I think that could happen. I think that's a good possibility. And if that were to happen and you're no longer working and you're pulling out $6,000 a month to cover that, or $6,500 a month to get to your expense level that you'll need, I don't know, that could be close. So what I think maybe a plan to explore with you and your partner, by the way, is your partner like much richer than you?
No, much less rich than me.
That's terrible. What were you thinking? What on earth were you thinking, for God's sakes? Okay. So what I would say is this. 53 is really young. You could live for 40 years. And is that pension that you have, does that have a cost of living adjustment?
Yes.
Okay. So I think, obviously once we get into your 60s, you're good. But it's a long time to get there. So, 10 to 13 years of just pulling money out of your retirement account is something that can be a little edgy. The way to protect yourself would be to say a couple of different things. Do you hate your job or not?
No.
Okay. So is it like, I just want to chill out and have less time? Or, so there's two ways to think about it. One is to why am I going part-time? I might as well keep making the 150 grand, put as much money away as I can, see where I am instead of in 4 years, think about 6 years and see what happens. Or you could take the view, I'll work hard for another year and then my part-time income, let's just do that for a longer period. So one of those two things is what I think is going to be the pathway forward for you. That's my guess.
Okay, so you think if I just stayed full-time until 57, that would do it, as opposed to going part-time?
I think we have to see. Here's what I'm going to guarantee you.
Yeah.
If you do that, you have a better shot of making this work.
Okay.
And you're going to feel a lot better if in the next 4 or 5 years, the market collapses and you're making money.
Sure.
I think you're just going to have to retest this. I really do. I think you're going to have to really see where you are in a few years, where, what you're making, a better sense of what the future holds. And, maybe you're going to say to yourself, I'm going to go to 100 grand. Maybe you do it, 4 years, maybe you work full time for a few years and then you go to 100 grand for a few years, but you get to another place where you are a little bit more comfortable. But I think it has a lot to do with that traditional account is going to grow, but it's also going to go down in value at some point.
Sure.
And I don't know how you're going to feel about that. I personally would never want to retire into a bear market. If I had the choice, I would just keep working.
Okay. Makes sense.
So, right? So,
Yeah.
But I think you've done a great job. I think that there's a lot to be said here. And presumably your house is a great asset. So amazing there. This is not a dream crusher situation, is it, Mark? This is more of like a negotiation.
Just have a little flexibility. That's all.
Yeah, flexibility. Thank you. That's exactly what we need, Mark. I appreciate that. You are not married, which makes me want to also ask you whether you've done your estate planning yet.
Yes. Yep.
Great. If you'd like to get in touch with us, just go to JillOnMoney.com. We'll be right back. You're back. It's the Jill on Money Show, where we are trying to help you navigate your financial journey. If you've got something going on, a question, a concern, or you maybe just want to understand whether or not you're on the right track, just give us a holler. Doesn't matter what the topic is. It can be college funding. It could be trying to buy your first home. It can be retirement, whatever's going on. Just go to JillOnMoney.com and click the Contact Us button. Let's get to an email. This is from Yolanda, who writes, "My husband overinvested in his IRA, and he reached out to a financial advisor to help us out. The advisor took all of the money from his IRA and opened an IUL. I think that's an Index Universal Life Policy." That's me, Jill, talking. "My husband thought it was a retirement life insurance combined, but after seeing a video where Kyle Busch said he got scammed in an IUL scheme, we looked into it and realized that it is not a retirement savings vehicle at all. What can we do? We are less than 5 years before he plans on selling our business and retiring." Oh, Yolanda, this sounds like a terrible situation, but let's see what we can do to help you out. First of all, we need some information about the policy itself. Did you take a distribution from your husband's retirement plan? Did you pay tax on that? And did it go straight into this life insurance product? Next, we want to know when you actually took this policy out, because that will determine whether or not there are fees to back out of this whole situation. And finally, I really would want to know if you signed some disclosure agreements around this that alerted you to the fact that this was not a retirement plan. Maybe you didn't even realize it. So I'd love for you to get back in touch with us with a little bit more information, and maybe we can help guide you better. But I think the message for everybody right now is, when somebody is selling you an insurance product, no matter what, could be like your best friend, I want everyone to take a deep breath and pause and get in touch with us before you sign anything. Some of these products are fine. Some of them are not appropriate for you. But one way or another, before you sign on the dotted line, we'd love to hear from you. Go to JillOnMoney.com and click that Contact Us button. Boy, we're on alert with you. Okay, it's the Jill on Money Show, and we will be right back.
It's the weekend, and that can only mean one thing. You're listening to Jill on Money, the show that takes the mystery out of your finances. Here's your host, Jill Schlesinger.
Welcome back. It's the Jill on Money Show, where we are trying to help you answer your own financial questions and guide you along the way. Most of you actually ask incredibly wise questions. Sometimes you're just seeking a little bit of, permission to do the thing that you might know that you can do. If that's you, get in touch with us. We don't care. We're happy to help you along that journey. JillOnMoney.com is the website, and you click the Contact Us button. We would be delighted to either read your email on the air, or if you want to join us live, just check the box and Mark will do everything else. Right now, let's talk to Peter and Donna. They are listening to us in the Bay Area, where Mark was just visiting. And Peter and Donna, welcome to the program. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What brings you to us?
Well, we are retired, and we have some questions about asset allocations within the monies that we have.
Okay.
My wife and I are slightly at disagreement.
Oh, all right. Then she's right. Let's go. Moving on. Next caller. Mark next. Okay. So let's start with some basics. Donna, how old are you?
69.
And Peter, how old are you?
I'm 68.
Okay. And you are both retired. Do you guys receive any pension income?
No.
Okay. And have you claimed Social Security yet?
No.
Okay. So you're planning at 70 to claim? Is that your game plan?
Yes.
Okay. What will the Social Security amounts at age 70 be?
The total sum is what I have. It'll be $98,000 gross.
Nice. Okay, good. How are you? So you got Medicare right now, and you have some supplemental coverage, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it. How much do you think you spend right now, approximately?
Yeah, we know pretty well. We keep track, copious notes all the time. So
Love that.
16,500 a month,
Okay, all in, right?
all in.
Okay, gotcha. And you have some grown kids. That anyone's still on the payroll for you guys?
No one's on the payroll. They're out, and one is actually engaged to be married.
Does that mean you have to spend a pile of money to help with the wedding?
No, they're very frugal, and we're going to help a little bit, but it's not a big task.
Okay, got it. So where's most of this money held? Traditional or Roth assets?
Traditional.
Okay. And Donna, how much is in the traditional bucket?
The traditional is about 1.12 million.
Okay. And is there any money in Roth?
Yes, 52,000
Okay.
and 38,000.
Okay, 52 and 38. Got it. And so we got 90 grand in Roth. And what about brokerage account? Do you have one of those?
Yes,
Well, how much is in the brokerage account?
938,000.
Very nice. And you live in the Bay Area. It's expensive, I hear. Got a lot of despite reports that the Bay Area was in flames and never going to regenerate. Of course, like New York, always comes back. It's a great place to live. Do you own a house in the Bay Area?
We do.
How much is the house worth?
3.4 million.
Whoa. Hello. Okay. That's a tidy sum. And is there a mortgage on that property?
There is 225,000 at 2.25%.
Oh gosh. Too bad you didn't take more money out, right? Okay. Is this a house you're going to stay in? Is this one of those big, huge houses where you have to go up 5 flights of stairs and you're never going to be able to age in it?
No. It's a nice size house. It does have 2 floors.
Okay. But you're going to stay.
We're going to stay.
Okay. Is there any rental property?
No, we have a second home also in California.
And you do still have it, or you had?
Yes.
All right. How much is and this is a vacation home?
Yes.
How much is that worth?
About $1 million.
I feel like there was some weird hesitation. Does one of you like it and one of you does not? Like, what's going on with the second home?
We both like it. It will be, if we have to sell it, if we have to find money, that would be what would go.
Okay. You would be willing to sell because you want to stay where you are, and that's the priority.
Yeah.
And is there a mortgage on the $1 million second home?
Yes.
How much?
286,000 at 3.125%.
Okay. And no kids want to buy that property from you or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Got it. What else do we need to know about you guys?
Well, we also have a 401k.
I thought you had traditional money of 1.12. That doesn't include your 401k?
No.
Okay, let's go. Give me that 401k.
832,000.
That makes me feel a lot better. The news just got better for Jill. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that 401k stays in the 401k right now. The 1.12 was just traditional funds. Was that
Yes.
one? Okay. And that's IRAs, or also are they in the old retirement plan? What's the 1.12?
It's traditional IRAs.
Okay, got it.
And they're handled with our broker.
You got a broker.
Yes,
You like the broker?
we do.
You do, but you're calling me.
Well, there's it has to do with our question. The broker's siding with me on our question about allocation.
Okay, well, the broker's wrong, obviously.
Okay.
I'm sure the broker's a guy. Let me talk to Donna. So pipe down, Peter. Donna, how you feeling about where you are right now?
I feel good, but I do worry about our allocations because I asked our broker to sort of break it down in simple terms, and I worry that we're too far out there for the point that we are in retirement, early retirement, but we are retired. We don't have, until Social Security, next year, we don't have retirement income coming in. So I'm just nervous that we're hanging out there too far.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
you missed a few things that we still have.
Okay, let's go. Keep going.
We have high yield savings and checking and CDs, 700,000.
Okay. And that's what you're living on right now?
Yes.
Okay. High yield savings, CDs. So 700 grand, of which 16.5 a month will be, right? So we're going to just, we're going to say
a little bit more.
Okay.
Bonds.
Bonds separately, a separate bond account?
Yes.
Just Series I bonds.
Oh, okay. Okay. I bonds. Got it. How much
and
in
the
there?
last is an HSA of 36,000.
Okay. Well, how much was in the I bonds?
23,000.
Okay. So.
And then there's one more.
Oh.
Okay.
I am being bought out, and I have one more payment coming next year, 250,000.
Gross, not taxed yet.
Gross.
Okay.
Which is what we're using to live on.
I got it.
Till I'm 70.
Okay. So next year, when Donna turns 70, there'll be some Social Security that comes, but of that 250 payment, you'll use that to live on, basically, right? Essentially, yes. That's after tax. That covers your 16.5-ish amount, right?
Yes.
Okay. We'll get back to Peter and Donna in just a minute. You're listening to the Jill on Money Show, and we'll be right back.
Back to Jill on Money, where Jill Schlesinger helps you take the mystery out of your finances.
Welcome back. It's the Jill on Money Show, the program that attempts to take the mystery out of your financial life. Sometimes we ourselves make things more mysterious than they need be. Sometimes there's someone else in the world, a salesperson, a well-meaning colleague who kind of get you off track. If you feel like you need a little assistance finding your way, just get in touch with us. Go to JillOnMoney.com and click the Contact Us button. Let's get back to Peter and Donna from the Bay Area. What we really have to project forward about is, you know, even if you spent more than that, like you're helping the kid with the wedding, let's just pretend by the time you, Peter, are claiming your Social Security, right, that your cash position, again, I'm ignoring the $250 payment because you're going to use that to live on. Maybe you'll burn through some of the cash on hand. That let's just pretend, if we just did a snapshot in time, that you have more like, let's just say it's 600,000, and I know it won't be that, but just to in a year and a half or whatever, you'll have 600 left plus all these other assets.
Let's say that's true. Let's say that's correct.
Right. Okay. So we'd have $2 million in your traditional together, right? The 401k and the traditional, 90 grand in your Roth, almost $1 million in the brokerage, 600 grand in cash, the bonds, the HSA, done. Right. Okay. So we know that like an abstract reading of this, that you probably have enough money to generate the money you need in excess of your Social Security, right? I mean, yes, you live in a high tax state. I get it. But what we're really looking at here is, you know, we need to get to, let's say 98, 100. We need to generate, I'm going to be generous in this, like about 150 grand a year from your assets. Is that about right? Because you're going to get 98 gross from Social Security. We need to get it, let's say 130, another 130.
That's exactly what we've calculated.
Right? 130. So we need 130 a year from your combined assets, which is 2 million of the traditional, and I'm going to just round about $1.5 million in cash/brokerage. Okay. That should be doable, right?
Yeah.
The issue about allocation is what right now? Like you're feeling I'm going to just put Donna, you're feeling a little bit like we're hanging out with a little too much risk. And you, Peter, are feeling like we're cool. We're good. What are you making? Why are you making yourself crazy? Is that about the right
Yes, and we feel that way because we essentially have close to 5 years of cash or readily available funds to ride out a bear problem.
Well, what is the allocation of the traditional and the brokerage account? What's it look like? Is it all stocks?
No, it's 65% equities, separate 7% bonds, 28% cash and treasuries is all our monies.
When you say cash and treasuries, you're including the high yield savings and CDs,
Yes.
right? Okay, I got it. And Donna, it's probably that you're looking at that traditional account, and if the market goes down, there's like this big number, and do you kind of forget that the cash is out there as your buffer?
I do. I mean, we burn through it pretty fast, I have to say.
I know how that happens.
Yeah.
What's the downside? Let's talk about this for a second. If you were to reduce the equity position a little bit, just a little bit, is there a huge downside that you see in this, Peter? I mean, again, even if at a very gentle withdrawal rate of 3%, you're going to be able to create the income you need. So I guess the question is to maybe mollify the anxiety that Donna feels. Would it be helpful to just pull back some of the risk? Can you see that as a possibility, Peter?
We could. I just don't have a strong feeling because we seem to have enough money to cover ourselves should there be a problem.
Right. Okay. Let's do this. Let's have fun for a second. Yeah, you're right. You have enough money. I'll concede that. Let's just say that next year your $3 million, right? The traditional money plus the brokerage account. Let's just pretend that $3 million next year went to $1.5 million. In your head, well, I have plenty of money in cash. We can ride it out. You sure you feel okay with that? I'm giving you the God's honest truth. Like that could happen. Yeah. I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't feel as good.
Yeah,
right?
he's an eternal optimist, and I'm a cautiously optimistic. So,
well, I'm an out and out pessimist, so we're good. I'm going to bring Mark in here. So, Mark, how are you feeling about this? They're in their late 60s. They got plenty of money. To some extent, I guess that my pessimism is not so much that the numbers don't add up. I think they add up. I think you're right. I'm sure that the advisor is like, these people, come on, they're fine. And it is true. But I do think the emotions do play into this, that if we go into, a 2-year bear market where you're marked down from, a $3 million portfolio to 1.8 or 1.6, and you blow through a lot of your cash because you're not making as much, right? You don't have the money coming in. Like, that's a real thing. So, Mark, what do you think? Do you think that pulling back on some equities might make sense?
They're fine. They're definitely fine the way they are. If they were both on board with that, no problem. But they're both not on board with that. So there's got to be some sort of a happy medium here. And I don't know if that's pulling back some of the risk or making sure that $700,000 in cash never really goes below $700,000 in cash. They always replenish it. But there's got to be some sort of happy medium.
So I was thinking something similar. You're going to have $250,000 coming in next year. What is the strategy around the traditional assets? Are you pulling some money out of there slowly but surely? Are you planning to do that once you collect Social Security? What happens over the next 5 years after that first payment, that last payment comes in of $250,000?
Yeah, we plan to, as Mark said, leave a certain amount of our cash position, hold a line, and we haven't decided exactly what that line is. And when we start to go below that, we would start pulling money out of other sources.
Yeah, well, first of all, I think you got to get some of that $2 million out. So that's
yes.
So did you get a $250,000 payment this year already?
Yes,
you did. And so you guys are in the 24% bracket, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so I would make sure that I pull out enough money this year to get me stay within the 24%. I would pull that money out so you have it, just have it set aside, and you got this coming up. And I'm okay with putting that in the brokerage account. I think the line in the sand is probably making sure that the high yield savings and the CDs doesn't go much below $500,000. And I think that if it were to go, you just, you pull your money out. But I think if you're going to stay in the 24% bracket, I think you should stay in the 24% bracket, and you should actively be pulling money out of that traditional account, paying the taxes, right? Pulling that money out, adding it to the brokerage account and or the CDs, high yield savings, which you're going to be credited with less interest as the interest rates come down a bit, but that you never can go below that $500,000. That's the line in the sand. The broker's probably not going to be thrilled about that because they're going to be like, oh, you don't need so much cash. But this is your sanity money, Donna. That is your sanity. And that's going to be where we go. So that way you don't have to pull back on the equity position. If you're look, 65-35 is a perfectly reasonable position for you guys to be in right now. Also, we do know if the blank hit the fan, I mean, of course, if the blank hit the fan, the second home wouldn't be as worth as much. But if something really bad happened, or if you're like not using the second home, we know there's plenty of money here. So I think it's okay. But I think we are in a partnership, Peter and Donna Inc. And the partnership has to be that you're both comfortable with where you are. Got a question? Just go to the JillOnMoney.com website.
Do I invest here? Should I put my money there? Jill Schlesinger can help you. Back to Jill on Money.
Welcome back. It's the Jill on Money Show, where we are trying to help you get wherever you want to go. Again, this is about your journey, not us trying to get you someplace. So get in touch with us. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, write us a note, and if you'd like to join us live, just check the box. Mark will do everything else. While you're on the website, don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter. It comes out every Friday, a wonderful way to tune up for this weekend program. You can also check out our podcast, Jill on Money, Monday through Friday, as well as the Money Watch podcast, which airs on the weekends. Okay, right now, let's get to Bill from the Twin Cities. Hello, Bill. What's going on?
Hi, Jill. Thanks for having me on. Really enjoy the show. It is informative and entertaining. So it's a thrill to be on with you and Mark. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for saying that. I'm so happy. That's exactly what we're going for. A little bit of information, a little bit of entertainment, a little bit of humor, and a lot of heart. So hopefully we can get that through. So what's going on for you? How can we help you out?
So I have a question. I am 58. I hope to work for another 2 years, let's say, or less. And I have, I think, done a pretty reasonable job of putting away a lot of retirement savings. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to kind of hear your thoughts on that. But if I am going to work for another couple of years, I have some questions about, should I, and you'll find out in a minute, I've put most of my money into kind of traditional retirement, so all pre-tax. Mm-hmm. And so if I'm going to say the next 2 years, the money that I am going to put into what I would normally put into a 401k, mm-hmm. Should I put it into a traditional 401k like I have been? Should I put it into a Roth 401k? Or should I do something completely different and say, you've got too much money in retirement accounts. You don't have a ton that's accessible necessarily. And, instead just say, like, take advantage of your employer match for 401k, but let's put the rest of it into a brokerage account or something else.
This is a great series of questions for us to consider. So you said you're 58 years old. Are you married, single?
Yeah.
Partnered. Okay. And your partner and you live together. Do you combine your?
We do.
Okay. And so, but you don't combine your money?
We share expenses, but for the most part, our retirement savings are separate.
Okay. So when I ask you a question about your expenses and what you're doing today, just give me your share of it so I have a sense of that, okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
And do you have any
Yep.
kids?
I do not.
No kids. Makes it easier. Telling you
No.
right now. Okay. Sorry.
It does.
Sorry, breeders, but it does make it easier. Okay. So let's go through some of this. Since I'll flip this on its head because I usually ask about the retirement account. So what's your expense level? What are you spending on a monthly basis?
I spend about $5,000 a month.
Let's talk about what you have saved already. So
Sure.
now, looking at your retirement accounts, what is in your pre-tax, your traditional accounts?
So traditional 401k, I have $2 million.
Okay.
I have a traditional IRA, which is $500,000. I have a Roth IRA, which is $220,000. I have. Do you consider an HSA a retirement or not?
I'll
really?
call it. Let's just give me the HSA number. That's cool.
Okay. HSA is $41,000, and then the rest is, I guess you would consider not retirement. So I have $60,000 in a brokerage account and about $53,000 in high yield savings.
Great. This is all great. Good saving, good level. How much do you earn?
I earn about $150,000 a year.
Wow, you've saved a lot of money on $150,000 a year.
Yeah, thanks.
A lot. I mean, a real lot. Okay, let's keep going. You own the house with your partner?
She owns the house.
Oh, all right. So that's good. And so you just pay your stuff. Any other real estate that you have? Any rental property? Anything like that?
No.
Okay. So we've got
And no other debts.
Oh, fantastic. That's great. No pension, right?
No, I don't know if it matters. The IRA actually was a pension that I cashed out from a previous employer.
Okay. Well, whatever.
So no.
It is where it is, right? Do you happen to have your Social Security estimate for yourself?
I do. So if I draw at 67, it'll be right around 4,000.
Mm-hmm.
And if I were to wait till 70, it would be 4,900.
How's your health?
Fine, as far as I know. Yeah.
All right. Knock some wood for me. And you have longevity in your parents? You have still parents who are alive?
Yeah, reasonably.
Okay.
Yeah. My mother is still alive. My father died around 84.
Okay. And do you have to take care of your mother?
No, I don't. No.
Okay.
She's very self-sufficient.
Amazing. Okay. Why are we talking to you, Bill? You have so much money. It's incredible. You've done an amazing job. You don't spend a lot of money. You only spend $5,000 a month.
No.
I mean, completely ridiculous. What's the match that you receive?
7%.
Wow. You mean they match up to 7%? Dollar for dollar?
They do.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they will they only do that in your traditional, or will they do that in the Roth also?
That's a good question. I guess I am not sure.
Okay.
I'll need to find out. Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you what. You have so much money that hasn't been taxed yet, $2.2 million.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry, $2.5 million that, I would put, if they say, oh, we'll only do the match in the traditional, then I would do that match. And then I'm not sure that I would, I don't know if you have to do a Roth. I would be happy with you just adding money to the brokerage account. We'll get back to Bill in just a minute. If something's going on, get in touch with us. Go to our website, JillOnMoney.com. Click the Contact Us button. Write us a note. If you think you'd like to join us live, check the box. Mark will do everything else. You're listening to The Jill on Money Show.
Welcome back to Jill on Money, where Jill Schlesinger takes the mystery out of your finances.
Welcome back. It's Jill on Money. Let's get back to Bill from the Twin Cities. I think the game plan here is similar to like what we've heard from so many people, which is, in 2 years, you'll be 60, right? And at that point, you will need to start taking money out of your traditional account, pay the tax on that, on the 401k or the IRA, I don't care which one. And you're going to live on that money until you start claiming Social Security. Okay. And so you have to take a little bit more money out, but it's a funny thing because in your situation, Bill, because you need to pull money out of that account. Otherwise, you're going to have some walloping required minimum distributions. I mean, for real, it's going to be significant. But I think you'll be taking money out at a lower tax bracket, actually, because I think you'll take out, let's just say you're single, right? And you pull out $100,000 a year in your retirement account. You pay the tax that's due. And then, you clear the money you need to pay for your expenses. And you do that $100,000 a year for either 7 years or 10 years. You don't have to make your Social Security decision immediately, but you will try to whittle down this $2.5 million as much as you can, right? And then if you take out a little bit more, I would stay in that 22% bracket as much as I could, frankly, in your withdrawals. And I think that'd be great for you because essentially you have put money away. It worked in your situation, which you put money away at the 24 bracket. You're pulling out at the 22% bracket, but you're popping back up into 24% as soon as you claim Social Security, right? That's what's going to happen. That's fine. Big deal. You got more money than you will probably ever spend. There really is like not a problem here. And I know that you said, I hope to work for another 2 years or less. Do you hate what you do? Do you like what you do? Where are you in the life cycle of your work?
I like what I do. I do. I like what I do. I like the people I work with. I think it's just, I'm ready to maybe think about doing something else.
All right.
It wouldn't be the same. It would be something very different.
And you could do something very different where you're like, oh, you know what? I just want to get something where I keep myself active. Yeah. And then help pay for because you'll need health insurance, right? So either you'll get a job that'll help you pay for something on the through the Affordable Care Act, or you'll get a job that has insurance that, gives you that. But you're in great shape, man. I mean, I don't know, Mark, if you agree or not. I think that putting in up to the match and having all the other money go into brokerage is my preference. What do you think, Mark?
Believe it or not, I actually kind of prefer the Roth. I mean, obviously put in the match, whatever you have to do to get the match. If that has to go in the pre-tax, so be it. But just because he's at the magic age of 59 and a half and he can access the money, which he needs to start doing to kind of defuse that bomb, I would put anything else into a Roth. I mean, there's no better tax treatment than zero tax.
Yeah, but what about having access to the money in the brokerage account?
Yeah, but he has access money to his retirement accounts.
That's true, but it would pop him into another tax bracket. I guess I could go either way on that. I tend to like the liquidity, but I get Mark's argument, which is you have better tax treatment. I'm really hyper focused on this $2.5 million for sure. So I don't think you'll make a big mistake either way. It is really, I don't know. I can see both sides to this. If you just say, I want to build up that brokerage account, it's accessible. I can start making, if I want to do some tax loss harvesting on a given year, if I want to make some gifts, I can do that. All that being said, I think you have a lot of money in retirement assets. I lean brokerage, Mark leans Roth. It's either way, you're going to be fine. Absolutely fine. Okay.
No pre-tax. That's the message.
No pre-tax. That's for sure. For sure. And also,
I was going to say, does it change Mark's mind? So I will, I'll continue to max out what I can put in my HSA. And our 401k plan administrator also allows us to do, I guess you either call it a mega backdoor Roth or a super Roth.
Yeah.
So I can put up to, and I put 9% of my after-tax income into a super Roth, and then it's just converted monthly. So he's
doing it anyway. Basically what you're saying is while you still work, you're doing it anyway. Yeah. I mean, I think that, Mark, how do you feel about that with doing the mega backdoor?
I'm leaning Roth in this situation.
All right. Well, we have one of our first disagreements. No, it's not really a disagreement. I don't think you're going to go wrong. I really don't. And I think
Sure.
that, Bill, for
Okay.
you, just a couple of things to keep in mind, which is number one, because you're not legally married, if I may point out that fact, because I don't know, you do live in life and things are good. But since you're living in your partner's house, have you guys done some estate planning whereby, like, if she were to pass away, does she have kids or would you be able to stay in that house or would you get kicked out?
That's a good question. And we have done that, and I would be able to stay there.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I think you're in great shape. I don't have I'm now agnostic whether you choose to put money in the Roth or use brokerage, but you're in amazing shape. You have stayed you've stayed in the market and been very frugal about how you spend, and you've accumulated a massive amount of money. I mean, does it astound you? You're a guy, I don't know what you do for a living, but you make a good living. You don't go crazy, but you have almost $3 million. It's incredible, isn't it?
It is. When I think about, I've been working for a little over 30 years, and I guess 30 years ago, I never would have imagined that at 58, I'd kind of be in the situation that I am. So I am fortunate, for sure.
You are blessed, and you've done a great job. So good luck to you. Let us know if there's anything else that we can do to help you out. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's the Jill on Money Show, and we are here answering your financial questions. Before we get to the last question of the show, which is actually the last question of 2025, I just want to take a moment to thank you so much for tuning in every weekend. Some of you grab us online. Wherever you happen to stumble upon us and listen to us, we really are grateful. So I just want to say that because, it's year end and I'm feeling a lot of gratitude for all of you who make this program possible. So now, the last email of the show of the year is from Fabian, who writes, I recently heard you say that you're normally not a fan of paying down mortgages. Can you please share why you don't think this is a good idea? Generally speaking, Fabian, I love the idea of having access to money. So every time you pay down a mortgage, it is a dollar that is out of your control. You've paid down a note. Now, I know it feels good emotionally, but for many people, the access to that money is incredibly important, especially as you get older. And then, of course, there's the issue that about 55% of all mortgages outstanding are below 4% in terms of an interest rate. So that doesn't make a ton of sense to pay that off early unless you've got oodles and oodles and oodles of money and you really don't care about the financial implications of it. So generally speaking, if you've got a mortgage that is at 4% or less, it is usually a better idea to hang on to that money, to that liquidity, or maybe have it invested in a diversified portfolio over the long term. If it is keeping you up at night and you can't bear to have that note, that's a different issue, one that we should address. So I would encourage you to get back in touch with us if that's you. So hopefully that helps you out. And again, if you've got a mortgage question, a mortgage paydown question, a refinancing question, any financial question, you can always go to jillonmoney.com and click the Contact Us button. Our music is composed by Joel Goodman. Mark Talercio is the executive producer and king of all things web. We always ask that you do something nice for someone else today. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next week, and Happy New Year.